Shalom Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of His Word. And family, I really want to take the time to thank each and every last one of you for being right here with the royal family. You could have been anywhere else, but you took time to spend time with the royal family. And I want to thank you so much. And of course, family, y'all already know that we cannot go without saying this. I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing this in with your brother this week. And I want to take the time right now to thank each and every last person that have donated tickets to help usher our people in to the Royal Gathering. Friday night, February 18, 2022 at 7 p.m. in Irving, Texas, live from Carpenter Hall. I'm beside myself and I am so excited about this Royal Gathering. I'm telling you, I really, really am. 21 days away. 21 days, which means you still have the opportunity to get there. So, of course, the link is in the description. So I want to see you there. I can't wait to meet you. I really can't. I really, really can't. And once again, to every last one of you that have donated tickets from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much. Now, family, tonight we have some stuff to talk about here tonight. A jealous God, a jealous God. You're going to find out tonight why the Father says He is a jealous God, because He put it in the scriptures for us. And so many pastors of that evil empire known as the Christian church, that includes Catholicism, Presbyterian, Seventh-day Adventists, all of that nonsense, because all of it is wrapped into Christianity. All of it. All of it. And you're going to find out here tonight why. A lot of you already know the answer. You already know, but we are going to get down to it. Now, while we're doing this here, we are going to have to build a foundation. We're going to have to build a foundation, because I'm going to be bringing some things out here tonight that's coming directly from these scriptures, nothing from out in the world, right here in the Word. I'm going to bring this out, and you are going to see why you are so important to the end, why you are so important to the cause, why your obedience matters. You're going to see. You're going to see just how, as a matter of fact, let's start off with that. Let me start running my mouth. Please, family, open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. We are going to start in Esther chapter 10. You're going to learn something here through Esther tonight. You're going to learn what Esau has actually done. The book of Esther chapter 10. Now, when you go to this, when you are in your 1611 King James Version Bible, you're going to see that it only has 3 chapters. But what if I told you that there's more? What if I told you that there were additions to this? Of course, you already know that it is if you've been studying. But why did Esau and these nations remove so much of it? So let's go ahead and get it. Start right here at Esther chapter 10. And it reads, "And the king of Assuerus laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai," and Mordecai is a king, "whereunto the king advanced him, and they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia." So we're showing you right here that our people were kings. The royalty of the earth. That's why we're going to be going to the royal gathering. Verse 3, "For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Assuerus." Do you see that? "And great among the Jews." Great among the Jews. That's our people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. "And accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. Now, do you see here? Do you see here what Esther is explaining? Saying that this rulership, this kingdom is only for the seed of Israel. Only. So if this is only for Israel, then why in the world is there a King Charles, a Prince Harry, a Kate Middleton, an ugly ass Queen Elizabeth? Wait a second, I thought the royalty was for us. Why are they royal? They're not. They stole our identities. But how did that happen? Because of our disobedience. That's how it happened. Well, I'm telling you, we getting down tonight. Y'all going to see. If this does not change somebody tonight, then there's something wrong with you. I say that all the time, and I mean it. So now, this was just here. This is Esther chapter 10. It only shows 3 verses. 3. So now, I want you to go to the Apocrypha. I want you to go to the additions to Esther. The additions to Esther. And look where it just happens to pick up. Chapter 10. So let's go ahead and go into chapter 10 right here. Additions to Esther, chapter 10. You are about to find out right now why Esau and these nations removed this from the Bible. You're about to find out right now, and this is going to segue us into the rest of our lesson. Here it is. Now remember, it's talking about the kings. We were talking about the kings. Then Marcadius said, God hath done these things. God has done these things. For I remember a dream. And I really want you to pay attention. For I remember a dream which I saw concerning these matters, and nothing thereof hath failed. Now, he's saying, I saw a dream. I had a dream about this here. It's also called a vision. It's also called premonition. Something that he saw that was coming. Listen close. A little fountain became a river, and there was light and the sun, and much water. This river is Esther, whom the king married and made queen. So hold on a second now. Wait a minute. Family. Here it is. This vision that he had of this light that was in the sky, and also the sun. And also the sun. You see, there was a little comma right there. And the sun after the light. Now, what just happened a couple of weeks ago, family? Come on, y'all are not stupid. What just happened a couple of weeks ago? Where China went ahead and put their so-called sun. In addition to the sun, what were the events that immediately followed after that? Do you remember the tsunamis that took place? Now, is it just me, or did we not bring that out several times? Not only right here in the lesson, but I also posted it on YouTube and also on Instagram, when all of these things happened, and it wasn't even 24 hours. So do you see how accurate the Bible is? Do you see when our brothers and sisters were having these dreams, these premonitions? This is talking about the future because it was a dream. We're in those times now. We're in those times right now. For those of you who still want to play around, for those of you who still want to lollygag, for those of you who still want to act like you have time, you don't. Because here it was, our brother went ahead and brought this. I said, I saw these dreams. Let's continue. And the 2 dragons and I and Ammon. And the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews. So wait a second now. So now this brother, our brother that had this dream, even he knew all the way back then that the nations were not for us and that we were not together as a people? Like how Christianity tries to tell us? Like how every Sunday you can watch a Christian broadcast and you have all the nations mixed together. Complete stupidity. Because they're talking about the Jews. Okay, let's continue. Listen to the next words that come out of his mouth. And my nation, possessive. And my nation is this Israel, which cried to God and were saved. For the Lord have saved his people. The Lord saved his, not the whole world, not these nations that he's talking about right now. Nothing has ever changed. Everything has always been the same. Our ancestors knew all the way back then that they had enemies in these nations, and just how we know today. But with Christianity took everything and blended it all together and said, oh yeah, all of y'all are together. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this portion and this portion out of the Bible. We're going to take those things that you never have to read that. Don't worry about that. No. Your God said that all of us are going to be able to come together and that we're all going to be saved. Ain't that a bunch of crap? That is not what it says. As a matter of fact, it calls for separation. Just like we're reading right now. Let's continue. I'm going to start that from the top. And my nation is this Israel, which cried to God and were saved. For the Lord hath saved his people, and the Lord hath delivered us from all those evils. And God had wrought signs and great wonders, which have not been done among the Gentiles. Therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of God and another for all the Gentiles. Verse 12, so God remembered his people. So God remembered his people and justified his inheritance. Therefore, those days shall be unto them in the month of Adar, the 14th and 15th day of the same month, with an assembly. You see, the Most High is all about assembly. The Most High is all about getting together, the royal gathering. And joy, and with gladness before God, according to the generations, forever among his people, according to the generations, meaning all the way down the lineage line until right now. Friday night, February 18, 2022 at 7 p.m., live from Carpenter Hall. This was called for. This was supposed to happen. It's already been prophesied that the Father said, get all your people together, gather them all. But do now you understand why they took that out? They took all the rest of Esther out. Why? Because the Father went ahead and started breaking things down. He said, y'all are my people. And this here is showing that we come from the lineage of kings, that we come from the lineage of royalty. So of course they went ahead and took that out. Because it's God's people who are royal. It's God's people who he said in Deuteronomy 7:6 were above all people that are upon the face of the earth. This is not racism. I am reading scripture. That is what it says. So they went ahead and took it out so that you don't learn who it is, so that these Christian pastors can never read this here to you. Christianity is a joke. It's a big damn joke, and it is a weapon to destroy our people. So now that we have read that, now that you see just the importance of why they went ahead and removed that from Esther, talking to you kings, queens, princes, and princesses, now let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy chapter 32. We're going to read this whole thing. You're not going to see Deuteronomy come out in these churches. They're not going to read this here to you. Because we can never know who we are if we don't know our history. You see, they want to give you Black history. They want to give you February, the month with the shortest days. And they want to just only talk about Martin Luther King, and all of the other people who are associated with Black History Month, like that's our history. No. We have the richest history on this planet as the Israelites, with God being our Father. We have the richest history that goes all the way back to the beginning, and they give us 1 month. That's Esau laughing at us. Y'all understand that? That is Esau going, that's what we're going to tell you niggers. That's it. We're going to remind you every February that you were in slavery, that you were in captivity, that you were in chains. Because when you think of Black History Month, that's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. You were in chains. Well, Esau, if you listen in, let me tell you something, bitch. We may have been in chains, but you are going in chains. For 1,000 years, hard bondage, slavery. And then the Most High is going to wipe them off the planet altogether. And people want to think that's racism. No, that's scripture, baby. That is scripture. That is what you have to look forward to if you keep the commandments. Remember, Revelation chapter 22, verse 14, the keys to the kingdom is keeping the commandments. Nothing else. Now, let's go ahead and read this. Deuteronomy chapter 32, we're going to start at verse 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Now remember, this is Moses talking right now. This is Moses going ahead and giving that word. What I keep putting, I'm an idiot. I keep putting that all over there. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. So what it's saying here, Moses is saying the words that come out of my mouth is going to cover everything. You know, when you wake up in the morning, some people, I know there's certain parts of the city where you can actually see dew. But for those of you that live out there in the country, live out in the rural areas, when you wake up in the morning and you see that, you look on the grass and you see like the grass is covered. It looks like little tiny raindrops, but it's all over the place. Even when you step outside, you can feel the moisture in the air. Moses said, the words that are coming out of my mouth right now, that's exactly what the words of these scriptures are going to be. It's going to touch everything throughout the atmosphere. Verse 3. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. Ascribe ye greatness unto our God. Verse 4. He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment, a God of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. Do you see how our forefathers used to big up the Most High? But now today, a lot of these people, they like to big up the pastors. Preach, pastor, preach. No. All praises to the Most High God is what we should be saying. Verse 5. They have corrupted themselves. Talking about Israel. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Who is that talking about? 2/3. Let's talk about the 2/3. He said that their spot is not the spot of the Father. He said, no. The Father's children is spot free, clean. How do you keep yourself clean, family? You keep these damn commandments. Verse 6, and I really want y'all to pay attention to this. Like I said, tonight you're going to learn. Verse 6, do ye thus requite the Lord? Now, many of you may be asking, what does requite mean? Let's get it. Let's get the definition of requite. Let's see what that actually means. The definition of requite, and please forgive me, but it's taken a little time for it to come up. Here it is. Requite. Make appropriate return for a favor, service, or wrongdoing. You see that? Well, let's go back and read it again. Do ye thus requite the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he thy father that hath brought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? This right here has so much meat on the bone. I want to make sure I read that one more time so that you get it. Tonight, I am going to hammer. I am going to punch these words into your brain. Do ye thus require the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Calling them fools. Is not he thy father that hath bought thee? How? Now remember, this is the book of Deuteronomy. How are we bought? Through the blood that Christ shed for his brothers and sisters. Hath he not made thee and established thee? He said, did the Father not make you? Do y'all really understand what it means when he says that? He said, first of all, the Father made you. He made you. All the way down to, first of all, your spirit to your cellular structure. He made you. You see, science has really destroyed our people, a great number, right along with Christianity. Because you forgot the greatness behind looking at yourself and seeing that you are a living, breathing organism. Just the fact that you're able to do this with your fingers. You're able to blink your eyes. You're able to inhale, hold it, and then let it out. That you're able to do all these things as a living organism. When you look at your child, you didn't create that child. It was a little tiny little spermatozoa that went inside of a woman and went into an egg and it created life. And from that little tiny little seed, our sisters get these big old bellies because there's a baby inside of it. And you think you did that. No, you didn't do that. The Father did that. He made that. But you see, people will skip right over that though. They'll go right over it and just, it has absolutely no meaning to it. So the Father said, here are these people, his people that he made, just like we read in Esther and the additions to Esther. He made us. But then what comes after that? What does it say? And establish thee. So I know many of you have heard what establish mean, but when was the last time you actually went into the dictionary and see what establish meant? Let's go. Let's see what establish actually means. Establish, definition. Set up an organization, system, or set of rules, the commandments, on a firm or permanent basis, meaning he made you and he established you. And how did he establish you? First of all, he made you a God. He made you a God. And then when you go to Deuteronomy 7:6, what does it say? You are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's what Deuteronomy 7:6 says. He said, you are above all people that are on the face of the earth. You were established. He made you and he established you. That is what it actually says. But our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge that we're going to get into. I'm telling you, I did not come to play tonight. I'm just going to put it like that. Verse 7, remember the days of old. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. He said, talk to the elders. Talk to your grandfathers and grandmothers. Talk to your fathers and mothers. Talk to your great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers while they are still here. Let them tell you about how it used to. Can you imagine what it would be to have a conversation with the very first set of slaves that came through? The ones who still had the knowledge of who they were. The ones that actually went into slavery. The ones who were crying at the shores when they were coming in. Imagine their stories and everything that they were able to tell us. But we don't even respect the elderly anymore. We put them in homes and let them die. Don't even want to go and talk to them. And the Father right here told you, talk to thy elders. Let them tell you how it used to be. Let them tell you what Esau did to us. Let them tell you how they used to pray to the Father because they knew that they were the Israelites. How they used to try to call the chariots down to bring them home so that they no longer have to go through the persecution because they remembered that they were kings and they remembered that they were queens, princes, and princesses. They remembered all of this. We are the generation that don't know, and that is a very big problem. I told you I'm not coming to damn play tonight. Let's continue. Verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, pay attention. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. He set the numbers of bound according to the children of Israel. Why? These people were our servants and handmaids. They were created to serve you. As we were created to serve the Father. Now, do you see why they took that out of Esther? How they went ahead and removed all the rest of that? Because Esther went in and spoke more about the kings, queens, princesses, and princes being us, and that the other nations, they were separated. As it said, they took the Jews and put them over here. Those are God's children, and they took the Gentiles and put them over there. Precept. Precept. Verse 9, for the Lord's portion is his people. Oh my gosh. Let me read that again. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. You can't get any more plain than that, family. Can't get any more plain. He found him in a desert land, and in the waste howling wilderness, he led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. So right there's letting you know that the Father has always been with us. Always. Here are my people right here. And I'm going to lead them through the wilderness. I'm going to take them through all of this. The Father have never forsaken us. He has never. I don't want to go ahead of myself. Let me stop. I'm getting too hype. But as you see right there, it says that we are the apple of his eye. We are important to the Most High. Let's continue. Verse 11. As an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. The Father said, listen, y'all are my babies. Come on. Get up on these wings. I got you. Latch on. Go ahead and cleave yourself to me, Israel. You Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Cleave yourself to me. I got you. I'm your Father. Me. I'm your Father. I am your God. You are my people. Not this lie that God came to save the entire world and that Christ came down and shed his blood for the entire world all over the planet and all nations, and everybody can go ahead and get into the kingdom, baby. That's a damn lie. Keep letting Christianity ruin your life. Verse 13. Listen. He made him ride high on the places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock and oil out of the flinty rock. You see, now this goes back to Deuteronomy 7:6, Deuteronomy 14:2, where Moses is telling the Israelites exactly who they are and that we are above all people on the face of the earth. But for some people, not all, but for some people, when we get that pride, you're about to find out that's the problem. Watch. So you see what's happening now. It's saying that Israel is riding high above everybody, right? Okay. Verse 14, butter of kine and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats with the fat of kidneys of wheat. And thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape. So he said, yo, y'all are living lovely. Y'all are living lavish. Why? Because y'all are my babies. Y'all my babies. Y'all belong to me. I got you. But what did you have to do in order to obtain that? You had to be obedient to the Father. You had to be obedient to what he said. You had to follow his laws, as Moses already went ahead and brought out to the Israelites. Remember, when you go back to Deuteronomy 28, it gave all the things that we were supposed to do. Remember, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, 1 through 14. 1 through 14, those are the things that we were supposed to do. Let's continue. Verse 15, but Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat. He's telling him, okay, yeah, you got all these things. You living large. Thou art grown thick. Stop. How many of you remember that term? I know I'm telling my age now. That's okay. You remember when the old folk used to be like, oh, this boy thick. This boy thick in the damn head. Remember that? He thick. Nowadays, they use it for a sexual reason. No. When they used to be like, yo, this boy or this damn girl is thick in the head, it was an insult. Oh, there ain't nothing getting through that damn head of yours, huh? You stiff-necked, rebellious ass. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook God. He forsook God, which made him. It's going right back to that made. That's why I stressed that earlier. He forgot the power of the Most High. He got thick and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. Lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. He forgot about the Most High. Why? Because he was living lavish. He was living lovely, that he forgot who the Most High was. The Most High said, I'm a jealous God. We'll get into that though. But do you see how all this terminology goes right back to our people? Right back to our own people. What did he tell them? He said, nigga, you're thick. You're thick. Ain't nothing getting through your damn head, boy. Let's continue. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. Abominations, these strange gods. First of all, start with the religion of me, the worship of your damn self. To Allah, to Harsh Krishna, to White Jesus. Who are these other gods? To Baal, to these Egyptians, to Ra, which they do every damn Sunday, to Ra. All of our people. Every Sunday. Every Sunday. Let me read this one more time. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations, meaning hatred, provoked they him to anger. Every damn Sunday, there is a pagan worship known as the Christian church. Catholicism, all these different things. And they continue to send those nasty, disgusting, filthy prayers up to the Most High, up to the damn heavens. They provoke him every Sunday. And you think, why are our people in the conditions that we're in? Verse 17, they sacrificed unto devils, not to God, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. You see, this is all about fear. Our people got so sick and tired of being like, God's laws is just too much. It's too much. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. No, I like being in my lust. I like doing the things that I do. I like it. I enjoy it. So I got to go find something else. Because when you have brothers like myself, King Porter, King Marcus, King Yada, Queen Tanya, we bring these laws down, people got problems. No. It's too much. Y'all Israelite niggas, y'all be tripping. Y'all niggas be bugging, yo. Nah. That God's laws don't fit me. They don't fit me. It's too much. I don't have what it takes to be obedient. That's pretty much what you're saying. Now, just like back then, nothing new is under the sun. Verse 18, of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful and hast forgotten God that formed thee. Do you see again? It keeps talking. The Father keeps making it known. He keeps making it 100% crystal clear and plain. I made you, boy. I made you, girl. I made you. Verse 19, and when the Lord saw it, he abhorred. Abhorred means hate. He hated them. He abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters, the sons and daughters. And though up in there in the damn Christian church, they talk about God don't hate, God is all love, when the Bible right here clearly says that God hates. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. You no faith having ass niggas. And people get mad when I say that. The Father said it. Not me. The Father's out. People have no damn faith. They don't believe. Knowing this right here, we're talking about faith because there's so many of our brothers, even so many that also teach in camps as well. Let's not leave them out. No. We don't talk about Christ. Christ was not the real Son of God. No. Nah, we don't want to hear about the writings of Paul. We don't want to hear about that. Nah. And what did Christ and Paul talk about? Faith. And this comes right back to the law that Moses is giving out. The stupidity of our people. You can get mad all you want to. All I'm doing is reading the damn Bible. Verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. So wait a second. Let's do a review. So here we are talking about in Esther, we have all these different things. So many different things. We're the kings and queens and princes and princesses of the earth, right? Absolutely. We're on top. The Father said that he went ahead and made us fat with the great things of the earth. We were riding high, but because we decided that we did not want to follow his laws and that we wanted to run after other gods, the Father said, I'm going to take you niggas, I'm going to put you at the bottom. And then I am going to put these other nations, these foolish nations on top of you, and you will serve them. When he went ahead and told us that I made the people that are not Israelites to serve you, but now your asses are going to serve them. Not only that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my face from you. I'm going to turn my back to you. You want to call my name? I ain't hearing it. That ain't it. Just wait. Just wait until we get into the rest. Verse 22, for a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap mischief upon them. I will spend mine arrows upon them. You know what that means? The Father said, I'm going to dump my arrows on you. I'm going to do it. So the Father, think about this. I want y'all to really put your thinking caps on right now. Think about the Father up there in heaven right now. I'm going to spare my... Boom! Lighten us up down here. Why? Because we're a disobedient, stiff-necked, rebellious-ass nation that will not listen to the Father. That's why. And he already told us that these are the things that he was going to do to us. Watch this. Verse 24, they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and with bitter destruction. With bitter destruction, I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them with the poison of serpents of the dust. Let me stop for a second. Whoa. Because so many people may not have picked up on that. Let me read that last part. I will also send the teeth of beast upon them. Now, we talked about that beast before. The one that was in the garden. Who did he happen to be the seed of? Who's that today? You guessed it. Esau. How do we know? Let's continue. With the poison of serpents of the dust. Of the dust. That very same one that was in the garden. That the Father said, I'm going to put you at the bottom, the base people, the ones that were at the very, very bottom. That's Esau. We've been over that before. And he said, I'm going to take these people, I'm going to put them over you, this oh so foolish nation. Watch this, verse 25. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling, also with the man of gray hairs. The Father said, I ain't leaving nobody out. The young, the old, the adults, the elderly. I'm killing you all. Anybody that wants to break my commandments, you're done. You're finished. It's over. I'm going to kill you. That's what it says. That's what the damn scripture says. And you wonder why so many of our people are dropping dead all over the place. When all the answers are right here in the book. It is right here for our reading pleasure, for our instruction, for our law to be kept. That is what it says. That is what it says. That is why Christianity and all the other rest of that garbage is absolute stupidity among our people. It is one of the greatest weapons that has ever been created to destroy our damn people. And they go, they run, they flock to it every damn Sunday, every Wednesday, and they continue to do it. And guess what? The numbers are not decreasing. They are increasing. Why? Because our people do not want to keep the damn commandments. That is the bottom line behind all of it. Verse 26, I said I would scatter them into the corners. Just like it said in Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to take you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'm going to scatter you all over the earth. I'm going to put some of you here. I'm going to put some of you there. I'm going to scatter you all over the damn place. I would scatter them into the corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. What did that just say? All these other nations who know exactly who you are, all these other nations that know your history, I'm going to remove all of that from your remembrance. My children, the ones that I made, I'm going to take it all away. I'm going to let them call you whatever the hell they want to call you. They're going to call you bywords. They're not going to look you in your face. They're not going to approach you and call you by your title. King, queen, prince, or princess. No. Nigga, jigaboo, spick, gum chewer, arrow swallower. Verse 27, were it not that I fear the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord hath not done all this. For they are a nation of void counsel. For they are a nation of void counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. The Father is laying this down. These people are dumb. And guess what? That void counsel, right? Who are the ones that these Christian churches have to obey? The seminaries. And who are the seminaries led by? The seminaries are led by Esau. And the Father just told you that they are vain counsel, absolute vain counsel. We are not supposed to be listening to those idiots. And for anybody, any damn Christian pastor, anybody that is bringing that garbage to our people, you are a part of the problem and you're going to be destroyed. Verse 29, oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them and the Lord had shut them up? That speaks for itself. Got all these armies, but no power behind it. How many million man marches were there? Yeah, all them niggas up there, not a damn thing change. It doesn't matter about the numbers, if it was exactly 1 million, if it was 2 million, doesn't matter. You have all them niggas there and not a damn thing changed. And you know why? Because there was no power behind it, because the Most High was not involved in it. Verse 31. Hold on, is that it? Yeah, verse 31. For their rock is not as our rock. There it is, Moses saying it again. Their gods have nothing to do with our God. Their gods are vain. Their gods are worthless. Our God is everything. He is the God. For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom. Come on, man. Come on, family. What did he just say? Their vine is of the vine of Sodom. What in the world is going on today with all of this? Sodom and Gomorrah. Come on now. What's going on in the world with all this? What is going on? That's their God. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything that's happening right now happened back then too. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter. There's no, the taste of it is disgusting. Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asps. Now, an asp, that's a viper, that's a snake. Now, do you see how they differentiate this? I want y'all to understand when it comes here to these dragons, because I know some people think that is a mythological creature. It's not. It's real. Moses knew exactly what the hell a damn dragon was. And it's not talking about some little small-ass Komodo dragon. He knew exactly what it was. These big-ass animals who the world will today call dinosaurs that were able to fly and do all those things. Those are real things. And that is why he separated the two. Verse 34, is not this laid up in store with me and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongeth vengeance. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. So what is Moses saying here? As far as our enemies, their day is coming. Their day is coming. It will not be without. It's coming. It's going to happen. And he said, Father, make it haste. Make haste. Let it happen fast. Let their destruction happen fast. But yet, here we have Christianity and all the other bullshit religions. No, all of our people can come together. We're all going to coexist. They even have a whole logo. with coexist, where they have all the different little symbols and whatnot they taking to put it together. There's nothing about coexisting here. There's nothing about coexisting in the Bible. The actual Bible, the book that I'm reading, that these Christian pastors are supposed to be bringing out. Vain counsel, stupid, moronic, idiot, murderers. And I will always call them that. Verse 36, for the Lord shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants when he seeth that their power is gone and there is none that shut up or left. Watch this. Watch how the Father's about to get down with this. And he shall say, where are their gods? Their rock in whom they trusted. Now the Father's talking trash now. Now the Father's talking trash. He said, okay, hold on a second. Where them gods at that y'all wanted to run and obey? I'll give you my laws. Y'all don't want to hear me. So now, in the time of your calamity, now that you need something, where your God at now? Huh? The ones that you went ahead and sacrificed to devils, where they at? They not here. They not here to help you. They're not here to serve you up. No. Go run to them. Verse 38, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drink the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. Oh my God. Man, do you get it? Do you see how the Father sitting here talking to his children? That right there, that is a black father talking to his damn children. You're like, all right, y'all want to go do what you want to go do? Go ahead and do it. Don't call me. Don't call me. He's like, don't call me for nothing. You want to run out there and go be with them? Go be with them. Who's going to be your protection? Who's going to be your protection? Who's going to be your protection? You see how powerful that is? Do you see how powerful these scriptures are? Do you see how powerful? Do you see the love that the Most High have for us? Do you see it? Do you get it? Do you understand it? Verse 39, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill. And I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So like now the Father talking the big shit now. He said, I'm the one that kill. Don't get that to the damn devil. Don't get that to Satan. Nothing happens unless I say so. I heal. That's what the Father said. He said, I'm the one doing all that. Him. So a lot of our people don't understand that everything that happens on this planet, the Most High must approve it. He must approve it. Nothing happens on this planet unless he gave the authorization for it to happen. Okay? Verse 30, I'm reading one more time. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Verse 40, for I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. Listen to this. If I whet my glittering sword, I really want y'all to pay attention to that. Whet, W-H-E-T, that means to sharpen. Listen to what he says. If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance. I will render vengeance. I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me. Yes, sir. All praises to the Most High. The Father said, first of all, I'm going to take my glistening sword. You know why he says it glisten? Because he's raising up to the heavens, and we all know that there's lights in the heavens. He said, I'm going to reward them that hate me. That's speaking of the 2/3 and also talking about our enemies. It gets further. Watch this. I will make mine arrows drunk with blood. The Father said, I'm coming to spill blood. I'm coming for blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. My sword shall devour flesh. He's not talking about something spiritual. He's talking about what's really going to happen. Just imagine the sword or whatnot taking and cutting off your damn flesh. Some of y'all damn shit yourselves when you get a cut, when you cut yourself with a knife. And that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, showing us also the 230 talking about as well, from the beginning of revengeance upon my enemy. Verse 43, rejoice, O ye nation, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants. He will avenge the blood of his servants, those of us keeping the commandments, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. Now, here comes the Father showing just how much of a destructing person he can be, but he's also coming to showing the love as well. You see that? The both comes with it. He said, all the people that I hate, I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to spill their blood. I'm spilling it. It's coming out. But for those who obey me, that do what I tell them to do, I'm going to reward them. I'm going to keep them safe. Why? I am their protection. But not just that. Now, let's go down and read. And will be merciful unto his land and to his people. The Father said, I'm going to be merciful to the land and to the people. Now, if you remember Revelation chapter 7 and verse 3. Let's go there real quick. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 3. Let's get that precept. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 3. Watch this. Now remember, that was all the way back then. That was during the time of Moses. Letting you know that our forefathers knew exactly what was going to happen in the end. In the end, the time that we're in right now. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. In. For some people. Not somebody coming and stamping the damn 666 on your head. No. In your mind. What is that? Your mind that keeps the commandments. The obedient. So you see that right there? This is the precept. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. So now that we have that here in Revelation, the last book, now let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 32. Let's go back and let's see if it's saying the same thing. Let's see if Moses has referenced that. I'm going to read 43 one more time. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants and will render vengeance to his adversaries and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. Boom! Verse 44, and Moses came and spake all the words of this song in the ears of the people, he and Hoshea the son of Nun. The Father said these words are a song, music to my damn ears, music to our ears, our adversaries, our enemies, the people that hate us, the people that persecuted us, the people that did all these horrible, atrocious things to us. The Father said he is going to avenge you. He's going to avenge the servants. All praises to the Most High God. All praises to the Most High God. Verse 45, and Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel. And he said unto them, set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children, to observe to do all the words of this law. You are supposed to be teaching your children this. Our parents were supposed to teach us, but guess what? If they did not get around to it, if they just happened to miss the ball, now you're picking up that ball and now you're teaching your children. That is from all the way back then. We are supposed to teach our children, not just our biological children, not just our grandchildren, all of them, all of our brothers and sisters. That is what we are supposed to do. That is what the Christian church don't do. They don't do that. They don't do it. What do? They continue to kill our children every Sunday after Sunday as they give praise to the sun god Ra that was put in place by the Emperor damn Constantine, worshiping paganism. I'm going to read that again. And he said unto them, set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe to do all the words of this law. For it is not a vain thing for you. It is not worthless, because it is your life. Why? Because it is your life. And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land, whither ye go over Jordan to possess it. Over the Jordan. You know where that goes? That goes west. That means everywhere. That means all the islands. That means all over this planet. Verse 48, and the Lord spake unto Moses that selfsame day, saying, get thee up into this mountain Abarim, unto Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, which is in the land of Moab. That's China, which is in the land of Moab, that is over against Jericho. And behold, the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel for a possession. Didn't the Father tell us that we're going to run all this? Did the Father not tell us that we are going to rule the world? Verse 50, and die in the mount whither thou goest up, and be gathered unto thy people, and be gathered unto thy people. Friday night, February 18th, 2022, live at Carpenter Hall, the royal gathering. As Aaron thy brother died in Mount Or, and was gathered unto his people, because ye trespass against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Israel. Yet thou shalt see the land before thee, but thou shalt not go thither unto the land which I give the children of Israel. So much in there, was it or was it not? That's all for you. That's all for you. That's all for us. The Father told us. And what separates us? Sin. Sin takes us away from all of this. All the blessings that the Father said we could have had. For those of you that have not read it in a while, I want you to go and I want you to read Deuteronomy chapter 28, 1 through 14, just as a reminder. Just as a reminder of how it could have been. But it's not how it is now, but it's how it's going to be for those who actually keep the commandments. Now, family, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know you heard enough of me ranting. But this is it. We're in them last days. The clock is running out. The bottom of the hourglass is filling up. It's time to go. It's time to get your life together, because as we read here, this is your life. This is your life. Forget the hell of that old ass TV show that they used to do. This is your life. The Father's saying right now, this is your life. This is all you. You could have it all, or you're going to receive death. You're going to receive the sword, or a sword is going to be put into your hand. Which one do you want, family? Which one do you want? Israel. I'm so glad we was able to go ahead and bring this deliciousness out to our people. I don't give a damn what you say. This lesson was awesome. Might I say myself, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the word. The word made this 100% absolutely awesome. I'm nothing. I'm a spoke on the wheel. The only thing that I do, I bring it out. I'm a watchman. That's it. The word is awesome. The Most High is awesome. And yes, this was an awesome, fantastic ass lesson, because it taught so many of us something brand new. And I truly, truly hope that you get your life together. As it says here, get your life together, because this is your life. So family, once again, yes, I'm doing another plug. Friday night, February 18, 2022. live from Carpenter Hall. It is the Royal Gathering, and I want to see all my family there. Let's all get together and have this live lesson. Let's all get together and celebrate and worship the Most High as it should be done on the Sabbath for that day, not a Sunday. Okay? So family, of course, y'all already know. If any of you ever need anything, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I am there. As y'all already know, I do respond back. We do talk. There's so many that I talk to on a daily basis. And once again, family, Israel, I want y'all to know that I love you. I truly, truly do. And I am looking forward to the opportunity to spending with each and every last one of you so that we can all walk in the same direction, all on one accord, to get to the kingdom, to give praise, worship, and honor to the Most High God. And with that being said, Israel, I love you. I'm out.